Are you missing Abhishek?
We're not in touch anymore. Relating around
Yeah.
Bigg Boss 18, but I love the reality space. You know, I think I thrive in this space because I'm so comfortable being who I am. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people have tried to jump on this bandwagon to talk about this fight because they're looking for some publicity of their own and some clout of their own. You know, it's long gone. Both of them, you know, they have strong personalities, and in such a bubble, emotions and reactions, things like that are very, very heightened. Genuinely believe that Khatron is probably the hardest reality show.
Yeah.
No, 100% more friendship than that typical brother-sister. We're able to tell each other everything. Very blessed to have a brother like him.
Do you see your dad's reels everywhere, you know, where he's going with that plant? And how do you react to this cool persona he has?
I mean, it's unmatched. Any room I walk into with my father, that just goes away completely. I told him a long time ago, I'm like, get on the digital game because it's so much less effort for, you know, receiving so much more. Since he got on Instagram and started, you know, realizing, oh wow, he can do a lot with his brand on the platform. I think that's changed the game for him.
Krishna, do you cook? You know, why am I asking
I
you
know
this?
exactly why you're asking me this.
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Bubble. I am Akriti Bagla and today I am with the girl who I can truly call a fighter, Krishna Shroff. Hello and welcome to Bollywood Bubble.
Thank you so much.
You know, why do I call you a fighter? Because looking at your journey of Khatron, you know, from getting eliminated to being the first female finalist of the show, how has this process, this journey, this whole experience been for you?
It's been amazing. You know, I hope people can take away something from the fact that I was eliminated and then came back with this, you know, whole new energy. And now standing as the only woman among such strong men in the top 5, you know, I hope it inspires some, and I hope it shows people that don't be down and out so soon. You know, the game can change very, very quickly as long as you put your mind to it.
But were you demotivated initially?
Yeah, absolutely, I was. You know, I remember when they asked me to come back as a wild card, I literally told the producer, one of the producers, I was like, sir, please give my position to somebody else. Honestly, you know, because I was so disappointed with myself. And I genuinely am very hard on myself in other aspects of life as well. You know, I'm a perfectionist. So everything I do, I have to be the best at. So it really killed me when that had happened on the show. But you know, I used it in my stride and I was like, I can bring something positive out of this and hopefully spread a great message.
Who are you missing the most now?
From the other contestants?
Yeah.
I'm in touch with the people that I want to be in touch with, you know, so no room for missing anyone. Nimrit, Aditi, the 3 of us, we're in constant touch.
Abhishek, are you missing Abhishek?
We're not in touch anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
But didn't he try to contact you? Because, you know, the fun banter we saw between you both,
yeah,
that
of course.
was obviously missed by the fans.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, none of that was fake or any of that.
No.
We genuinely had a great friendship, and he was, you know, a light on set for everyone, making everyone laugh and things like that. We were in touch for a while, you know, meeting up at some reunions that were hosted and things like that. But, you know, you come back to reality and everyone has their own lives at the end of the day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, Krishna, even after you guys came from Cape Town, we spoke about an incident, but definitely the episodes were not out. But definitely that whole Asim Abhishek fiasco happened. Even on the Twitter, the kind of reactions everybody were posting. You were there, everything witnessing, right? Do you feel Asim crossed that line and he was being arrogant?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people have tried to jump on this bandwagon to talk about this fight because they're looking for some publicity of their own and some clout of their own, you know. It's long gone. I mean, when that episode was shot, it was at the end of May or first week of June.
Very initially.
You know, so the fact that people are still harping on it and talking about it, it shows how much is actually going on in their own lives. So I would actually rather not comment on it. Both of them, you know, they have strong personalities, and in such a bubble, emotions and reactions, things like that are very, very heightened, you know. The good, the bad, all of it.
But you know, Krishna, before Khatron, even in previous interviews, you have always said that, okay, you have been that shy kid who never wanted to really come in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But when Khatron happened, you know, were there apprehensions then too? Or you were like, okay, now you were in that comfortable space to come there?
I was very nervous initially, you know, in the briefing area where Rohit sir kind of asks you questions and things like that. I remember my heart beating out of my chest. I mean, I'm glad it didn't translate on screen. And, you know, a lot of people talk about my confidence and things like that.
Yeah.
But I always say fake it till you make it. It's normal to be nervous. You know, I threw myself way out of my comfort zone. In a whole different world. But that's where you see progress and that's where you see growth, you know, and something so beautiful can come out of it. And I feel like after my journey on the show, I've come back a more confident, self-assured person. And I feel like I'm ready for anything that comes to me now, you know, because I genuinely believe that Khatron is probably the hardest reality show out there, you know, and it was my first. So anything after this, I think, will be a piece of cake for me.
But are you looking forward to do more reality shows, like even Bigg Boss or something, a dance reality show coming your way?
Absolutely. I love the reality space. You know, I think I thrive in this space because I'm so comfortable being who I am, as opposed to playing a character. So I think I could definitely own this space.
Even Bigg Boss is like, you will take it in your stride if you ever go that space?
As of now, no plans. I saw my name circulating around Bigg Boss 18, but it's just all rumors.
Well, you know, you got that special video message from Tiger during your journey. Did it make you emotional? Because while
that was actually a live call.
Oh.
That wasn't a video message. Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, like, you know, while we saw you were smiling and you were happy inside, were you emotional? Like, okay, your brother is calling, and the way he was motivating you.
I was just so happy to see his face after so many days, you know. I think that was, we were there for so long. It was right before the top 5. And I'm not one to keep in touch when I'm away. So, you know, that was the first time I genuinely saw his face in all those days. So I was just excited about that. And I think I completely forgot anything I wanted to ask him or say in that moment because I was just so happy to see him.
But, you know, Krishna, you have made the space in fitness, you know, realm. You always stayed away from acting. Like, were the people asking you, like, okay, you come from a film family, why didn't you step the way your brother and maybe your father did?
For sure. I mean, I still get that question today, you know, and I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think it's just something that people expect you to do when, you know, you have the privilege of being born into that legacy. And I think they think you're a little crazy if you don't take the opportunity because so many people would die for it, you know. But I've always been one to kind of steer in my own direction and do what I truly feel resonates with me and what I feel passionate about. And, you know, while I actually got my bachelor's in film production,
that's what I was coming
I've worked on a couple of film sets.
Munna Micheal being
Munna Micheal. I was not a part of Baaghi 2, but I was in and around just to kind of experience it. Throughout all those things, I realized that this isn't for me and that's okay. You know, I gave it a shot. So yeah, I think, you know, I've always been very strong-headed in the sense that I always know exactly what I want and that's what I'll go for.
But you know, now that you are telling that you have been strong-headed, you have also time and again mentioned how you were a child who had body image issues and never, you know, you never even imagined you would create this fitness space and spread the positivity, right? How was that phase for you like?
How amazing. I feel like it goes hand in hand with my Khatron journey, you know, from being eliminated to then proving people wrong and coming back. How cool. But yeah, I mean, it's, for me, fitness has been the biggest blessing, you know, in my life. And I'll forever be grateful for finding it. It's given me an identity away from who everyone expected me to be or what they expected me to do in the film space. And it's allowed me to create that little bit of a niche for myself, you know, with my audience and my supporters. And honestly, just receiving messages from people all over the world, not just in India, you know, reaching out and telling me that I've motivated them or inspired them to kind of start a healthier lifestyle or live a better life or quality of life. That's something I'm so proud of and I hold very close to my heart.
But Krishna, how do you deal with the scrutiny that comes around you, owing, like from the background you come from, how do you deal with all that noises around you?
I don't, because it genuinely doesn't matter to me, you know. I like to focus on the positive and honestly the positive outweighs the negative so much, you know. And anyone's opinion of me is not my reality, you know, so why should it shake me or why should it bother me? And I'm genuinely not trying to sound like a hard ass. It really doesn't bother me. And at the end of the day, I mean, you're still talking about me.
But you and Tiger, you share a bond like more of a friends, or it's like the typical brother-sister bond we see?
No, 100% more friendship than that typical brother-sister.
Yeah.
He's somebody I go to for everything and with everything, and I think vice versa. I think, you know, both of us have such strong trust in each other, and we're able to tell each other everything, you know, and we're able to guide each other correctly because, you know, neither of us benefit from each other. It's just the most pure, genuine relationship.
Yeah.
And I'm very blessed to have a brother like him.
But you know, Krishna, the film industry is such a place, you know, it's uncertain. Sometimes you are at your high, sometimes you are at your low, and even people's outlook towards you change, right? When Tiger entered the industry, you know, there were a lot of judgments and scrutiny around him also for being Jackie Shroff's fan,
For sure,
for the kind of his films were performing. No doubt he is the best action actor we can have in the industry. How were you as a sister supportive to, you know, maybe the negative sounds around him, and you were like, okay, I have to support my brother?
Just the way I take the negativity, you know, I try to express that, and that's the way he should go about it. But we're such different personalities, you know. The way he reacts to things is very different to the way that I react to things. He's a little more sensitive than I am and much more emotional. And I think, you know, things like that matter to him a lot more. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, as an actor, you are doing it for the passion of it, but you're also doing it for the love of the people, you know, and the appreciation of your work. But I think I always joke and say, you're just too damn good looking. People oversee, you know, anything because you're just so distracting when you look at. And he makes all his action scenes and sequences look so effortless when it's one of the hardest things in the world to do. Can you imagine, like, reshooting the same thing with the same energy while holding expression? Action is one of the hardest genres, you know, as opposed to what people may think. But I keep reminding him and I keep telling him that you're irreplaceable in this because you're unique. Whereas I feel like a lot of people could possibly be replaced.
But have you seen him going through that low moments? Like, is he someone who is bogged down easily?
I think you grow a thick skin, you know, being in this and going through the experiences of it. It's just disheartening when you know how much effort and time was put into a project, you know, and then people are so quick to judge it in just, you know, 5-10 minutes or whatever of it. And you know the hard work that's genuinely gone into creating that, you know. So there is that, and he is one to bottle up his emotions. He's a Pisces at the end of the day. But I will always be there for him, and he knows that whenever he wants to open up and talk, you know, he has me forever and always.
Even you both, you know, I think it comes a lot from your parents as well. I think they both are very open-minded, and you both can go to them anytime for any kind of conversation, right? How has the bond over the years gone, you know, still, I would say, increased? And are you both still Tiger and Krishna who go to their parents for anything of advice or, you know, maybe sharing of emotions?
Yeah, I think, you know, the four of us are such a small family. It's literally just the four of us. And our dog, our cat, and our bird. So, you know, every conversation, every aspect of our life is shared amongst the four of us. And, you know, while we're there for each other and we're there to advise each other, I think my parents have given us the leeway and the opportunity to experience life for ourselves, you know, and make our own decisions. And they trust us with that. So that's something that's really allowed us to grow as individuals and kind of have our own personality. So I respect that about them, and I really appreciate that.
Krishna, do you cook? You know, why am I asking
you
this?
I know exactly why you're asking me this. Okay, I don't. Unless it's, I mean, eggs or pasta. And like grilled chicken. My food's very bland. I eat the same thing all the time, and it's the only thing I can cook, honestly. I got sweet potato right, though. You'll see that maybe in the episode. But certain vegetables aren't a part of my diet, you know, so I wouldn't know what they look like.
Do you see your dad's reels everywhere, you know, where he's going with that plant? And how do you react to the cool persona he has, even now?
I mean, it's unmatched. Nobody can keep up, you know. I'm a very confident person in the sense, that when I walk into a room, I
Yeah.
feel like I can own that room, you know. But any room I walk into with my father, that just goes away completely. And I'm happy about the fact.
But you know, he keeps on experimenting with things now, because some of his co-stars have always admired this quality of him. He's never the same. They're like, he always, tries to experiment, bring in new things. But you have also always seen him like that? Or as a dad, he's different?
He's not changed at all. You know, I think the biggest thing that's changed is the digital world.
Yeah.
You know, and I told him a long time ago, I'm like, get on the digital game, because it's so much less effort for, receiving so much more. I think it's just, it's the now and it's the future, and it's how, everyone's doing it these days, and you're able to reach such a massive amount of people through just a click, it's crazy. So I think since he got on Instagram and started, realizing, oh wow, he can do a lot with his brand on the platform, I think that's changed the game for him.
Krishna, what makes you emotionally strong? While we have seen you physically, you are very strong.
Yeah.
What makes you emotionally strong person you are today?
I think it's the people I surround myself by. I'm surrounded by the strongest top people in the world. Honestly, I keep my circle very tight and very small because of that. I don't allow myself to absorb too many energies or give my energy so easily, So the people that I do allow in and that are a part of my circle are top notch, and I take inspiration from all of them, and they're my motivation, because they're all so successful in their own right in what they do. It pushes me to do the same.
Krishna, before going to Khatron, in one of the interviews, you mentioned about your bond with Disha, right? While you are now here, she has definitely been knowing that you are one of the only female finalists rather of the show. Did she complimented you?
Absolutely. She's always reacting to my stories and things like that. And in fact, I'm probably going over to her house it's tonight. I'm going over tonight, and she hasn't seen it yet. So we're gonna, skip the episode and just go to my stunts and watch it together. She's been a big supporter, and she's very excited.
Krishna, lastly, what are some of the things now you are looking forward to, and is acting the space you will continue now, if given any opportunity, acting wise, not reality?
Right. Probably, never say never. I don't like to close any doors. But I'm so comfortable in the reality space and just being who I am and playing myself, as opposed to a character. And I think anything that allows me to stay authentic, to who I am, and be as real as possible, to be able to allow people to know exactly who I am and connect with them for me. I think I'll do that, But never say never. Something may resonate, and it could, potentially be the right fit. So we'll see if that ever happens.
Krishna, lastly, to wrap this up, to all the women, being a girl, I know you must be knowing how women specifically face body image issues. 100%. They are demotivated. What message would you like to give it to them?
I think it's so important to realize that every journey is different, I think women should embrace their uniqueness. And I think it's important to just stop comparing yourself to others, What you're seeing online is the best version of that person. No one's putting their struggles and any, of the negative aspects of their life out there for you to see. Very few people are, to be more relatable. But your journey is different. Embrace that uniqueness. Don't compare yourself to others, and just be kind and patient with yourself. That's all you can do.
Thank you so much, Krishna. That was really motivational. And I hope you continue to inspire others. And really looking forward to see you on screens again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hey guys, this is Krishna Shroff, and you're watching me on Bollywood Bubble.